Well, well, it seems Asmongold has gotten himself a new girlfriend. Now, this might come as a shock to many of you, since I imagine most of you guys think that Asmongold's the kind of guy who could never pull anybody, frankly. But I used to be a fan of him. I watched him a lot way back in the day, and he had a girlfriend back then, and it doesn't shock me he's got one now. The thing about it is, it's led to some controversy. You see, a big pull of Asmongold and his new brand as a right-wing, chud, neat grifter is that he appeals to fellow losers. He's like proof that being a loser shut-in doesn't mean you can't be successful. At least Asmongold did it, right? But now that he's got a girlfriend, and on top of that, she does OnlyFans, some of his own community are mad at him. And it's caused some drama. On top of that, she has a penchant for saying things that are somewhat embarrassing, to say the least. So I got a video here that dives into a bit of the news on this. Since you guys have requested I talk about it, let's dive right in, shall we? Here we go.
Welcome back to a series so secret, even Perry the Platypus subscribed. In today's video,
Platypus?
Asmon has responded to the drama with his girlfriend Kaisi. He's calling out the fatties that are mad and declaring that men are more attractive than women. Bruh, someone calls his girlfriend a foid, and he explains the difference between a woman and a foid. Holy brain rot.
Oh no. Like, Asmongold has to know that he's brain rotted, right? Like, Asmongold has to know that the politics he pushes are brain rot, that he's, like, brainwashing his fans into being losers. He knows what he's doing, surely. He's not that dumb of a person. Like, he indicated enough intelligence through the years I watched him when he was a WoW streamer that I feel like he knows what he's doing, right? He knows that, like everything he says is so perfectly crafted to make people go, oh my god, how can this guy believe this? This is insane. It's an intentional grift. I'm fully in the belief of that now. But what makes him believe that after all the work he's put into building up this persona via the grift, that his feelings and his desires would matter to the base that he's built? They don't want to see him happy in a relationship. If anything, they want to see their misery reflected in him.
He calls out the fake male feminists who lie about their beliefs to appeal to women. Asmon has responded to the hypocrite allegations because his girlfriend has an OnlyFans. He claims he's always loved hoes.
I've always loved hoes. I've never not liked hoes.
Kaisi continues.
I mean, depending on what you mean by like, Asmongold certainly will not show any kind of respect to women he considers hoes, but it does not surprise me that he's attracted to them, you know?
To morph into Asmongold, rinsing out her water.
Wait, did someone Kirkify her? Is that what that was? Was she
Like
Kirkified?
Kaisi
Okay.
continues to morph into
I thought for a second she was Kirkified.
Asmongold, rinsing out her.
I hate this guy's voice. Listen, okay, Pegasus is like a quintessential, like, commentary YouTuber guy, alright? If you don't like the commentary YouTuber voice, you probably won't like Pegasus. It's not for everybody, alright? It's not for everybody, alright?
Her water with some fresh coke. She has exposed Asmongold by taking a video outside his house while he's doing a schizo rant. A before and after picture of Asmon is going viral and people are calling him a rat. He responds explaining how his teeth changed his facial structure.
Brush your fucking teeth.
The misgift situation has...
Now, Asmongold, he is a good warning for things that can go wrong with hygiene, because his body and the way it looks is largely the result of poor hygiene. Like, his teeth started rotting out at a very young age, and it literally, like, you know how I've got a very strong, defined jaw structure? Most of that came about after I got braces. Now, let's say I didn't brush my teeth, and I let my teeth go to shit. My jaw structure would go away. I would lose my jaw structure, and it would start to look weird if my teeth got fucked up. And that's what Asmongold let happen. As you can imagine, anytime I'm falling asleep, and I'm so tired and I don't feel like getting up and brushing my teeth before bed, Asmongold's mouth flashes in my mind, and I am compelled to get up and brush my teeth, no matter how tired I am. It works quite well.
escalated. After buying ads on Asmon's channel, he reveals the real reason he hates Asmon. He desperately begs him to watch his video, and Asmon refuses, calling him a pathetic liar. Smash like or I get a job. Who's gonna cover your unemployed internet drama, huh? Exactly. Now let's begin. Right, so the Asmongold girlfriend drama continues. Quick recap of all the lore so far. Skip ahead if you were actually employed. It all started when she pointed out there's a dookie stain in his toilet. This went very viral.
Yeah, okay, this is when I became aware of the situation. I was like, for one, wait, Asmon's got a new girlfriend? And also, why would she embarrass him on stream like this? Unless this was, like, planned for content. Like, dude, could you imagine if Anissa did this to iDubbbz back in the day, dude? Could you imagine how many videos would have been made on a clip like this? If, like, Anissa walked in and said something embarrassing like that about iDubbbz on his show? Oh my god, dude. I can just imagine it now.
There's like the biggest dookie stain.
No, there's not.
There is.
Hassan responded implying that she's a prostitute and sex worker.
Asmongold would have been so goated if he just replied, "No, there can't be. I don't even use the toilet." That would have been the ultimate reply.
Because, you know, misogynist.
I thought you were pro sex work. I am, but not all sex work is equal. You know what I mean?
$2
No.
steak time. Girl, you're dating a Nazi.
And she even gave a list. Number 1, eat a more balanced diet. Number 2, haircut. Number 3, clean house.
Like, how did this happen? He looks like shit, right? He probably gets no f***ing pussy. Asmongold, whatever the f***.
Okay, like literally fat people's opinion don't matter, so survival of the fittest, not gonna lie. You know, back in the olden days, the male that can hunt the most, they get to mate, they get to breed.
I've never heard Asmongold's girlfriend speak before, but immediately I get the vibe that she is one of those giga pick me, like uwu moe girls that's gotten very viral as a trend lately. Like, it used to be the sort of scene girl, boxy clone aesthetic that was on top when it came to, like, pandering to, like, chuddy young people. Think Shuon Head. She kind of got that down pat. But now it's, like, the anime moe girl aesthetic, but also being racist. Like, you can't just scream the N-word. You've got to say the N-word and then have, like, a cute little giggle at the end. And you've got to have, like, an anime girl avatar. Or, and let's be honest here, be Asian. Because chuddy white guys fetishize the fuck out of Asian women, and if you're an Asian woman saying racist white supremacist shit or chuddy shit, they will literally give up their life savings to you. Any Asian or Latina? Less so Latinas, but big time Asians. Big time. Big time.
Right, so that brings us to today. Asmon has finally responded to...
It's not because they aren't racist against Asian people, by the way. They just fetishize specifically Asian women. They have no positive opinions of Asian men. If anything, they think very little of them.
all the drama. Shout out WestJet, fellow unemployed. So he starts by calling out the fatties and saying that men are more attractive than women.
Somehow he managed to make another fucking video about this shit. I don't know how this happened, but he did.
Son sent his fat crony to go after Asmongold, and now his girlfriend's defending him.
How did this happen? He looks like shit, right? He probably gets no f***ing pussy.
He's got clout.
Is this a millennial thing where they judge their self-worth and how much...
I will say, like... It's so sad to see so many communities of the left abandon intersectional politics so hard. Hassan is kind of the pinnacle of this, because it means you get attacks like, this dude's hideous, he looks like shit, how could he ever get any pussy? And it's like, are you not just implicitly validating the arguments and the worldview of the incels? Because what the incels don't realize is that you don't need money or good looks to have a relationship and find love and connection and to be attractive to somebody, even to be desired. That's not necessary. But when you base your insults on like, you're chopped, you never get any pussy, bro, as your main go-to against chuds, they know that. You're not really hitting them where it hurts. I mean, maybe a little bit, but you're certainly not making them introspect. If anything, you're making them believe what they believe even harder. with that kind of argument. Now, insulting them, humiliating them, I have nothing against that. It's just if your insult or whatever validates their worldview, they will notice. They will pick up on it. It's very similar to, like, you'll see chuds lately, they'll pick up on things like, if you make fun of a conservative by implying they're gay, they'll be like, interesting how the left, their go-to insult for somebody they don't like is that they're gay. It's like they know that it's deserving of derision. You know, when you go at them with certain kinds of insults, they actually see it as validating what they believe, no matter how good the insult is.
See, they get
It's what former fatties do. So, like, what fatties and former fatties do is they have to act this way because it just makes them feel good.
Stream, how did he get famous? Fucking
World of Warcraft.
Minecraft? Oh my
Minecraft.
God.
Yeah, no.
World of Warcraft guy?
Yeah.
What are you trying to say? That looks like you. If you told me that you played World of Warcraft, everybody would be like, yeah, for sure.
See that fucking guy kid?
What do
Real.
you mean?
Like, that's true. No, this guy right here looks like he plays some World of Warcraft.
He looks like he'd be a guild leader.
Okay, like literally fat
Yeah,
people's opinion don't matter.
Asmongold's not even an
Dude, Asmongold on anything related to WoW still cooks. He could still go back. Redemption's still possible.
ugly dude. Like, the beard and his hair, it works for him. Admittedly, he was pretty greasy without it, but I digress.
He actually mogs me. This man wake up, open
So
his
back in
eyes,
the
and
day.
he's ready to go out, okay? I need to take like at least 2 hours, hair, makeup, everything.
That's why men are more attractive than women on average. Is women have to spend hours just to look the same on the same level as a man. Like, a man can just get up in the morning. He don't need makeup. He doesn't need anything. He just wakes up and he...
Mind you, it's the dudes who think this way that, like, complain about their ability, like, to get with their looks match, as they call it, right? Like, you do realize that if you put in even half or a fraction of the work that women put into their appearance, you would be beyond mogging, right? Like, if you can wake up and just be ready to go out the door, which, to be fair, in a lot of cases, outside of, like, your skin, like, when it comes to us guys, the worst thing that can happen is waking up with, like, a breakout. Like, if it was a hot night, you got sweaty, your face is, like, just smushed into the pillow, you're, like, drooling in a deep sleep, you might wake up with, like, a little bit of a breakout. And it's like, ah, shit, you know? But it usually clears up a little bit as soon as you wash it. As soon as you wash your face, that stuff starts to clear up when you're a guy. For women, I guess they tend to have more fragile skin. Like, any acne breakout, it just pops, it stands out. You know, you got, like, if you're gonna cover it up or make it look not as blatant, you gotta wear some makeup, some foundation, concealer, that kind of thing. So guys definitely have an advantage in that area, but imagine if guys, like, moisturized and exfoliated and put in, like, the amount of work that women do. If it's true that we're so attractive just at the moment we get out of bed, imagine if we did the same routine. In a way, that's what looks maxing is, but it's insane. Imagine.
He just is like that. The men are way more on a baseline. On a baseline, men are more attractive than women. It's not even close.
Okay, not gonna lie.
Also, just kind of, like, that is kind of a, not straight thing to say. Like, if you see a woman without makeup on, like, if you see a bare woman, right? No makeup, no clothes, and you're like, you find that less attractive than, like, on an objective beauty, like, standard level, as, like, a guy in the same circumstances, like, you're not supposed... If you're straight, you're supposed to find the female form, even in its most natural state, without makeup or anything, the most attractive. Like, your eyes should be actively drawn to it, right? Like, it's a little weird, right? To say that.
Alright, bro is never beating the Asmongold allegations.
Asmongold.
I mean, just last video, he said that he doesn't like kissing girls, and now men are more attractive. It's just over.
So I don't really like to kiss girls because I don't like any other textures on my face or my mouth. And so, gay?
Dude, why are you complaining about that? Women have soft faces. We're the ones with pokies. We're the one with pokey on our face, with pokey shit. It's the women that should be complaining about that. Like, but their faces are soft.
Well, okay.
All right, we gotta ask Google here. Large global studies show that women's faces are rated as more physically attractive on average than men's faces, phenomenon researchers call the gender attractiveness gap. Apparently there's a rater bias. Women tend to give other women the highest attractiveness ratings, while men's faces generally receive lower scores from both male and female raters.
It's because there's no such thing as straight women. We all know this. Don't pretend there is. Alright, don't pretend there is. If you're a woman and you think you're straight, think about it for a little while.
Yeah, sounds about right, but this is contaminated data. Let me ask Alien224. He has no bias, except for the legendary series. Men and women are equally attractive. Oh my god, based. Thank you, Alien224. We love you. Everybody say bye to Alien224. But anyways, he did make a good point that some people just value the wrong things all the time. Like, you know, Hassan is bragging about shit like, I dated a prawn star, and, you know, admitting online that he got cucked.
When I was with my partner, who is a porn star.
Strictly Dickly over here? Nah, Algie, I'm sure you just haven't met your type yet, okay? You just haven't met your type yet, alright? I've met so many lesbian and bisexual women, and they told me they thought they were straight, and then they found out about an archetype of woman that they had never known existed before, that just flipped a switch in them, and they could never feel the same way about men again, because they realized what sexual attraction actually feels like. It happens, bro. It happens.
Like, we had a more open relationship, and
So I don't know, this theory about them being like former fatties and being perpetually insecure, it kind of seems to add up. Because I feel like normal people look at that and go, yeah, that's kind of disgusting and kind of shows that you have zero standards, but you know, you do you. So then he points out that a lot of people mad about his relationship are like angry hoes who basically wanted to live in that fantasy world where he's just this perpetual incel, and now they seem to have like lost that power and lost that insult.
Wow.
Ticey confirms.
I mean, Asmongold, that is actually kind of true, because every time I mentioned that Asmongold had a girlfriend, what was her name? Was it like Pink? It was like Pink Sparkles or something like that. And she was very attractive. And so pictures of them together were like very... They were memeable, right? Of him with his girlfriend. So yeah, it is very much like, every time I would show those images, people would be like, what? He had a girlfriend? What? She dated him? She must have just been with him for the money. Maybe. It's definitely a possibility. Who knows? Who knows? I will say, the vibe of the women that Asmongold dates definitely give off a bit of a gold diggery vibe, but you can't really know much from the outside looking in on a relationship, you know?
Asmongold's statement in the past that he doesn't smell like anything.
Everybody thinks that I smell bad because they're fat people that are projecting their fatness onto me.
Gotcha, Algie.
There are people that are trans fat. They might be skinny, but they have a mind of a fat person. So a lot of them on Reddit, for example.
I'd actually argue that Asmongold is one of those people. Bro lives off of fast food, okay? Like, the only reason he's not fat is he has a pretty fast metabolism, and he eats, like... He eats in a way that doesn't really put on pounds, even if you eat like shit. Like, his actual, like, schedule for eating is a way that will keep you quite thin and prevent you from putting on any real weight. He, like, starves himself, and then he eats a lot of junk food. He's skinny, but has a dumpy-looking body. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, he, like... Like, you can get an idea of what his diet is like. How is he gonna say that other people have a fat mind? Let me bring up a video. Asmongold cleans desk. Now, I don't believe his house is as dirty as it was here anymore, but like, it gives you an idea of what his diet is. Mind you, I think his mom was alive back then, so like, you would expect there'd be some like home-cooked dinners here or something, but it's all either microwaved or came from a fast food restaurant. That's mold, by the way. That's one that crusted over with mold. He's got a whole ass kingdom there, and we're only getting a little bit, too. Like, there's a whole nest around him. I remember back when he did gaming content, we would all eagerly look forward to his desk cleaning streams. These were a big event. A big event. He'd have, like, 50,000 live viewers watching just to see him clean his desk. It was beautiful. It's quite beautiful. We used to be a real country.
But they're everywhere.
Seeing Asmongold and his girlfriend was my wake-up call to locked up kid, so I don't end up dating Withered Voice Critical to
Who is
survive.
this?
Withered Voice Critical is crazy work. Don't diss Moist Critical by comparing him to Asmongold. Go on her
I'd say he's a little bit more like a Hollow, like from Dark Souls.
Twitter. Someone said to her, you know you're dating a Nazi, right? That she replied with, what's a Nazi? I'd never stop caring about a woman so fast. What a...
It's always hoes, bro. Nobody hates women more than other women. It's what I say every time.
Dude, I just find it crazy that first they were like, what an incel. I mean, he hates women so much. No woman would want to be with him. And then he gets a girlfriend and they're still mad. He's cleaning up his hygiene. You know, she's actually trying to better him.
Well, Pegasus, the reason why people are upset at Asmongold in general is more so because of the horrible things he believes and wants for people. Asmongold's been very open. I believe his word-for-word statement was, his plan is to make anybody he doesn't like make their life worse. That's his plan, right? Like, he's very clearly stated that anybody who's on the opposite political side of where he staked himself is his enemy, and he wants to see them suffer, whether it be by being deplatformed, being taken away by ICE, arrested, deported, losing citizenship. He's expressed that he wants the worst things to happen to those that don't agree with him politically. That's why people don't like him. That's why people, like, prey on his downfall and want him to be lonely and dick watch him and stuff. Does his GF do mukbangs? No, but she is an OnlyFans creator, which is... It is surprising to see how... actually, it shouldn't really be surprising. You remember what the internet's reaction was to iDubbbz dating a woman with an OnlyFans, right? Everybody called him a cuck for it. Everybody, turned on him. And he had, a vaguely right-leaning platform. Vaguely right-affiliated. Meanwhile, Asmongold's a full-on right-wing chud. And now he's got a girlfriend who's an OnlyFans star, and it's not causing as... more Pegasus would have been making a video dunking on him if this was, iDubbbz, right? It's a little disgusting how people dehumanize Roach Boy nowadays. I mean, more Pegasus is a conservative. That's why he's humanizing him.
And they're still mad. Wow, it's almost like these people are basically impossible to please. Not to mention, he had a girlfriend before this as well that people just conveniently ignore, I guess. But I gotta say,
that's what I mentioned before.
Voice Critical. That's a good one. That's a rare insult, okay? 4 stars for that one. Very decent. So then somebody calls his girlfriend a foid, and then he starts explaining the difference between a foid and a woman. And if you happen to be normal, you're probably wondering what the hell a foid is. This is basically new age slang. It kind of means hoe, but not really. It's like a...
No, it doesn't. All right, Pegasus, that's enough of you for today. Foid is the incel short form word for femoid. Why doesn't he just explain that foid is short for femoid and that incels came up with it? It's because he's a conservative and wants to water things down a bit. His whole video's premise is that Asmongold's not an incel, so Asmongold using the term femoid, or the short form of femoid, a famous incel phrase, it kind of tears apart Pegasus's entire argument with this video. His whole thing is, he's like a drama slop creator, he's sucking up to Asmongold. You know how it is. Simple stuff. The reason they dunked on iDubbbz is because he's friends with Hassan now? No, but I mean way back before then. iDubbbz wasn't even political at that point. I guess he did do the whole thing where he was, ashamed of his past content. I think that's where it really started. And then at that point, a lot of eyes were on his relationship. iDubbbz has definitely gotten, pretty unhinged these days from what I can tell, but, back then, he was just kind of being harassed. And I feel like the stuff he was getting harassed for is a lot of the same stuff people could arguably justify harassing Asmongold for if they had the same mindset. But I think in both cases it would be pretty cringe. Anyway, folks. If y'all enjoyed this segment, if you liked my commentary, then please leave a like and a comment down below. I appreciate it immensely and it helps the channel a ton. Subscribe and ring the bell icon if you want to see more from me in the future, and follow my social medias linked down below. I think I already said that one. Anyway, follow my social medias, and I hope to see you again in the future. Thanks for watching.